for Tim Bradley did what he has to do, and right now he could be in position to fight Manny Pacquiao if Pacquiao can possibly win this fight. He's a heavy favorite, and most people think he will. Juan Manuel Marquez has something to say about that, and the WBO welterweight championship of the world is coming up next. And feel the crowd coming to life.
And I can hear the first Marquez chant of the night. There will be dueling fandoms here tonight.
Well, the wealthy people from the Philippines are here, but there's a huge Filipino community here in Las Vegas, so they're all here. And the Mexican fight fans are always out in Las Vegas whenever they can come here. So we're in the locker room now, and there's Marquez, and he's being seen on the screens here.
Juan Manuel, lovely guy. I've known him for 17 years. Quality fighter. There's the world champion.
Well, it's clear who has the most fans here, just by when the fans in attendance saw it up on the screen. The Manny Pacquiao crowd cheering much more than the Marquez people. Michael Buffer now is introducing some of the people in attendance here. Let's talk a little bit about this fight now, Rich. We've had an opportunity to talk with both fighters, and it would be an upset if Marquez could win it. He's older. He's been in a lot of wars. Manny's been in a few wars himself, but he's right at the peak of his career. How do you see the fight going? I know we both think that Marquez can certainly be in this fight. After all, only one pint separated him in the 24 rounds that they fought.
Right. Well, I think if it goes according to Styles, that Marquez, who, as you can see, his body looks very good at 142 pounds, which he weighed in at yesterday. Much better looking, his body overall, than when he went up in weight to fight Mayweather. There's Manny, who's always in shape, and now he's in a tremendous conditioning. These two respect each other. It was a friendly, I mean, they're not really friends, I guess, but it was a friendly promotion that went on, a good promotion. They went to Philippines, they went to Mexico, they went to Los Angeles, they ended up here in Vegas. It was and it has resulted really in a fight, Bob, that has really caught on. I mean, the buzz has been just tremendous.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape, and of course, the big difference is the age difference. Juan Manuel Marquez is 38 to the 32 years of Manny Pacquiao, and then you see that Marquez is a little bit taller by a half inch. He's a pound lighter, as a matter of fact, than Manny Pacquiao, and Marquez will have a slight advantage in reach by 2 inches. They're both coming off wins. Marquez in July has stopped Lico Ramos in Cancun, Mexico. And Manny Pacquiao, of course, is coming off the demolition of Shane Mosley, winning a 12-round unanimous decision, winning every round in that fight. So it sets the stage for the anticipating 16,000 plus people here in the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
The thing is, if Marquez at 38 tonight can fight like a younger man, can summon up all of his strength, then, and not fight the way that Casamayor just fought as a 40-year-old man, then we're in for a tremendous show. I tend to think that's the way it's going to be. And if you believe in styles make boxing, I know this. Marquez's style has caused a lot of headaches for Manny Pacquiao in their first 2 fights.
Now, let me remind you folks that Marquez, while he's a prohibitive betting favorite, Pacquiao's a prohibitive betting favorite, Marquez has some pretty fair credentials. 1 point separated him in the first 24 rounds that they fought. He's a 5-time champion in 3 different weight classifications. Of course, Manny trumps that, being a multi-champion in 8 different weight classes, which has never been done in boxing. Both of them sure Hall of Famers.
Oh, there's no question about that. And this legacy, the legacy of their trilogy, I'm sure will live forever. Pacquiao already has a great trilogy against Eric Morales. And, you know, Manny said something very interesting. He said because he had kind of attained this nickname of the Mexicutioner because he performed so well against Morales and against De La Hoya and against Margarito. And he said, I don't like that nickname. He goes, I really respect Mexican fighters. I love Mexican fighters. They're the epitome of boxing. As you take a look at the knockdown that was scored in the second fight, and there the victory over Eric Morales. Just one fight after another. He has a lot of respect, believe him, for Juan Manuel Marquez tonight. And he's expecting things to not be easy.
Now his Marquez action, this guy can fight too.
Well, as you can see, Marquez landed tremendous combinations against Marco Antonio Barrera there in their showdown. And then against Pacquiao, landed great shots. Juan Manuel hurt Manny Pacquiao on a couple of occasions in their second fight. I don't have any guilt about saying that I did score each fight for Juan Manuel Marquez by 1 point in their first two fights that they had. But neither fight was a robbery. I remember saying before the decision in either way, in both of them, in fact, that whichever way it goes, you can't call it a robbery because it's so close it could go either way.
Well, the irony with the second fight being what it was, hello gentlemen, I'm back, is that had Marquez, I believe, not been mismanaged and he would have gotten the rematch right away, at that point in time where Pacquiao was fundamentally into this technique, I think Marquez would have had, not to say an easier time of it, but maybe a more definitive win had it happened a little closer, and that 4 years later.
And don't forget that this fight is at 144 pounds. We'll be right back with you, listening to just some of the color here in the arena. We'll let you soak it up.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Your attention, please. Audio, please. Ladies and gentlemen, 40 years ago, the entire sports universe was tuned in to Madison Square Garden, New York City. The event was known as the Battle of Champions. In the golden age of heavyweights, two champions, each with a claim to the title and undefeated records, rose to the top and faced each other that night. In one corner, Muhammad Ali. In the other corner, 206 pounds of chiseled ebony steel. The son of a South Carolina sharecropper who fought his way to an Olympic gold medal and then to the top of the heavyweight division. On that night, only one man left the ring after 15 rounds. He was undisputed, the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world. His name, Smokin' Joe Frazier. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Nevada Governor Brian Sandoval and the Nevada State Athletic Commission, HBO Sports, and Bob Arum's Top Rank Boxing, please rise at this time as we toll a memorial count of 10 and say farewell to beloved Joe Frazier. Rest in peace, champion.
Joe Frazier, a tremendous fighter. I mentioned to you, Rich, that had the opportunity to travel with him through Australia and New Zealand about 4 or 5 years ago to kind of present his life. But this guy was a tremendous fighter, every bit as intimidating as Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson's prime.